Greetings and welcome to our series of weekly devotionals. This week we're looking at chapter 33 in the book of Exodus, this exchange between Moses and God concerning the fate of Moses and the people of Israel. So I want to share sort of a popular, famous little anecdote. You may have heard this before. There's a woman, and she's very faithful to God, and she's a very devout and religious person. And she hears that there's going to be a hurricane in her neighborhood and flood waters, and it's going to be dangerous. And everyone in her community is encouraged to evacuate. And she says, "I'm staying right where I am. I have faith in God. God will save me." So the rain starts and the weather starts, and her neighbor comes over with his van and says, "Ma'am, get in the van. I'm driving out of town. We're evacuating. Get in the van. I'll save you." She says, "I don't need your help. God will save me." Well, later on, the flood waters begin. The water starts to rise. She goes to the top floor of her house, and firefighters, they paddle by in a canoe, and they say, "Ma'am, get in the canoe. We'll save you from the flood." She says, "I don't need your help. God will save me." Well, the flood waters continue to rise. She has to get on the roof of her house, and these rescue personnel fly by in a helicopter. They put down a ladder. They say, "Ma'am, get on the ladder. We'll rescue you." She says, "I don't need your help. God will save me." Well, as it so happens, the flood waters rise. The bad weather continues. She falls off the roof and drowns. And she goes to the pearly gates and meets God, and she says to God, "I'm very angry with you. I was very faithful, religious, devout, and I was sure that you were going to save me. I had faith that you were going to save me, and you didn't save me." And God says to her, "I sent you a car, a boat, and a helicopter. What more do you want?" The lesson there, of course, is that God answers our prayers, responds to our prayers, but perhaps not always in exactly the way that we want. And I mentioned in yesterday's devotional that Moses persists in asking God for just about anything, and God, in fact, answers Moses' prayers. But today, Moses sort of pushes his luck and asks for something additional. Moses has asked for God's presence, and God has assured Moses, "I will be with you on your journey." But then Moses says, "Well, I want you to show me your face, make an appearance. That way I'll be assured of your presence." Moses says, "Show me your glory, I pray." And he said, "I will make all my goodness pass before you and will proclaim before you the name of the Lord. And I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. But," God said, "you cannot see my face, for no one shall see me and live." And then God goes on to describe how God will make God's self known to Moses. And so the point is, God sort of says to Moses, "Pump your brakes, son. I will answer your prayers, but maybe not exactly in the way that you want." And I think that's true always for us. You know, God listens to our prayers. God hears our prayers. God, I think, always responds to our prayers, but maybe not just exactly in the way that we want. The old Rolling Stone song, "You can't always get what you want, but you can try sometime, and you just might find you get what you need." Sometimes God answers our prayers in ways, when we look back, that were maybe better than what we were asking for. You know, I think about conversations I've had with my brother. He's worked at home for a bank for over 20 years, and he sometimes has expressed to me that this job isn't very fulfilling. It's not very meaningful. It's not really impacting lives in a helpful way, and he wishes, that he could do something a little bit more meaningful. And he prayed to God that God would maybe find a more meaningful, fulfilling vocation for him. And I remember saying to him, "Well, but working from home all these years has given you the opportunity to sort of be home with your wife and kids and help out around the house, and it's giving you the space and time to coach all of your kids in sports and to be involved in all of their activities growing up, and it's giving you opportunities to connect with volunteering, like at the Miracle League and Special Olympics, and it's giving you chances to do those kinds of things, and it's giving you time to play in a band and have a creative outlet for yourself, and all of those things are possible because of the job that you have. And so maybe your job isn't fulfilling, but it's giving you an outlet, an opportunity for all these other meaningful, fulfilling things in your life. And so maybe God is answering your prayers, but just not exactly in the way that you thought or that you would want. So our reflection today is pay attention to your life and be open to the possibility that perhaps God is not answering your prayers in exactly the way you want, but maybe is answering your prayers in the way that you need. Amen.